you see there? The world. A couple of hours, not alone, with about 2,000 other people, with Deepak Chopra the other night, and he inspired a little bit of what I'm going to share with you right now. There it is. There's our planet. What an interesting perspective it is to look at it from outer space. Can you imagine what it would be like if we were just all looking at it from that point of view? How it would shift our paradigm of what seems big and what seems small? And yet, if you look at the planet within the context of our solar system, well, that's even bigger, isn't it? Imagine seeing our world from that point of view, and being able to look at it and see the glory of that. And yet, when you contrast that to maybe our solar system within several stars in and around our solar system, and looked at it from that point of view, what would you see? How would you feel about it? And then when you looked at it from a further point out in space, where you could actually see somewhere in that galaxy, there is a solar system on a planet where we live inside of that. And if we stepped out a little bit further back, and you saw that our galaxy, as incredible as it is, with 100 million stars in it, is just one of a few galaxies in the neighborhood. And if you stepped out a little further back, what you would see is, well, our neighborhood is pretty vast. And there are many constellations of galaxies, each of which have 100 million stars. And they say with each of these stars there are now an understanding planetary systems. And if we step back a little further, you'd see, my goodness, what we're looking at is massive. And there's our little tiny system somewhere in all of that. And if we step even further back, that's our known universe, observable universe. How are you feeling right now? Small or big?
Part of something really big.
So the question begs, first of all, I'd like to throw this one out. Do you think we're alone?
No.
And so what's the relative importance of you and me in this whole scheme of things?
We're important.
That's a big question.
Yeah.
In fact, his talk was all about wellness, and I couldn't believe it when he started talking about what makes wellness and well-being. He started talking about the pillars of our health. I thought he was doing a weekend presentation. I swear to God. And he said, you can't talk about health without talking about the nature of reality. Because the study of wellness is the study of the universe. My mentor used to always say. So there we are. We're looking at what we know to be the universe at this point in time. What's interesting is the space between those stars is expanding faster than the speed of light. What is it expanding into?
More.
Wow. Pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to planet Earth. Because this is where we are. And somewhere on that planet, there's a table.
That's Mike's table in his office.
That's my
Just in
table.
his office. Isn't that beautiful?
That's my Royal Ambassador table.
Yeah.
And seated at that table are my royal diamonds. Because as a royal ambassador, I'm surrounded by royal diamonds, and we are equal at that table. So imagine who you have to be at that table.
Okay.
Or you're going to have one of your own. Who do you have to be? Well, consider yourself and the person next to you for a moment. You are the person in green, the person, or she or he is the person in blue. And think of everything within the confines of that circle as the sum total of everything you know to be true, believe to be true, think to be true, everything you are conscious of being to be you. The sum total of everything that you are conscious of. And that person is the sum total of everything they are conscious of. And somewhere in the middle where you share that space, it's not a physical space, it's the idea that maybe you have common beliefs, shared values, and so forth. What's common? Remember what belongs to set A, all the red apples, what belongs to set B, all the blue apples, or blue whatever, balls. And the intersection of the two circles is those apples or balls that are both red and blue. So if that represents the sum total of everything you know, and they the sum total of everything they know and understand to be true, and the intersection of things. Let's expand this out a bit. The context of you and the great I am, the infinite great I am. By the way, the reason why that's a dotted line is because you're not supposed to draw a solid line when you're describing an infinite object, something that is within the context of the infinite. So we have our infinite creator, creation, and then there's you in the middle of that. That little dot in the middle of that massive, vast thing. What's the intersection
You.
of you and the divine?
You.
What is the intersection? It's right there in
All
front
of
of
you.
you.
It's you.
It's
All of you.
Where the two of you overlap.
Mm-hmm.
Where the two of you overlap is you. In other words, you are a representation of the great I am. You are the intersection of the great I am and who you think you are. What you are conscious of being. Clearly the great I am is conscious of being considerably more. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
So what if we could expand what we believe ourselves to be and become conscious of being greater? After all, were we not born in the likeness and image of the Creator? Well, what is the commonality there? What makes us and the great I am, what's the intersection of it? That we have the ability to do what? We can imagine a greater version of ourselves. You can close your eyes right now and you can imagine yourself on this stage.
Mm-hmm.
You can close your eyes right now and imagine it so vividly that your physiology would change. If we had you hooked up to machines, we could sense the temperature change in your body, we could sense the pulse change in your body. That's how vivid our imagination is. We can create a reality within our mind that is as real to the physical world as what we call ourselves real. The nature of reality is subjective, my friends. You are the intersect of the Creator and creation. You are a conscious being, but only conscious of being what you're conscious of being.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
The reason why all of this is going on over here is because we would like you to be conscious of being something more than what you are conscious of being.
Yes.
That's why we do what we do. That's why we're here. We'd like you to imagine being more, humans being more, conscious of being more.
And
More everything. In every way. In every aspect of who it is that you say you are. I believe I'm a conscious being, conscious of being human. And I express that beingness through my physical being, through my mind and the way I see the things in the world, through my family and my relationships, through my participation and contribution in society, through the resources, the means by which I have to negotiate society. These are all the things that I'm conscious of being. Would you agree that I'm conscious of being something maybe that you're not yet conscious of being?
yes.
Would you like to be conscious of being that which I am conscious of being?
Yes.
Where can you start?
Where you are.
Yeah. You know, you all set goals that you're going to be something. I have news for you.
You are.
You cannot go to be something. Because if you're going to be a royal diamond, you're always going to be something. But you're always going to be conscious of what it is that you are.
Yeah.
You will only express and manifest what you are conscious of, what you already know. So if you're going to become conscious of being a royal diamond, when are you going to be conscious of it, and when is it going to manifest?
Now. Already did.
There is only now. So it's now. And when is it? Now. It was then, but no, that's now. It's only now. It's only ever now that you can be conscious of being anything.
Oops.
And so to expand that, we exist. That's telling me, shut up, Mike. Your time's up. I got one little piece here. Look. So the Royal Alliance has been put together to help you become conscious of being what it's like to be a royal diamond. So I'd like you to just close your eyes for a second. Actually, before you do, take a look on the screen there.
I am.
Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Another one. I want you to say out loud with me. I am.
I am.
Again.
I am.
Louder.
I
One
am.
more time, loud.
I am.
Have a great lunch.